Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are and what time of day it is when you watch this video. My name is Z, and welcome back to my gaming corner. In this special episode of the new patch 9.2.5, we are doing another questline that I found, which the rewards for this new questline will actually allow you to be a Dark Ranger. And you've seen the Dark Rangers. They are like the elite guard of Sylvanas Windrunner when she was the Banshee Queen. And the look of these Dark Rangers is actually really pretty cool. So I'm going to show you this questline today on how to unlock the Dark Ranger looks. They're for Blood Elves, Void Elves, and Night Elves only. But it's a really cool questline. So without further ado, let's get to the questline. I am standing here in Oribos. Right here on the main floor, like when you teleport in right over here on the west side. If you just walk forward into Oribos and then take your first right after you've entered, you'll enter the Enclave. And right over here in the Enclave, if you are a Horde character, you will find Calia Menethil. She was actually the sister of Arthas Menethil, who we know as the Lich King, because he fell from grace, he got Frostmourne, and then was corrupted by Ner'zhul, and he put on the Helm of Domination. He became the Lich King, and we took him out back in Wrath of the Lich King. And then Calia Menethil came into the picture back in Legion, and then she had a bigger prominent role during Battle for Azeroth, and she wanted to basically redeem the Forsaken after what Sylvanas had done, especially with Sylvanas burning Teldrassil and displacing the Night Elves. And she wanted to basically redeem the undead. And in patch 9.2.5, she has a new quest for us called Call to Lordaeron. With the Shadowlands healing, it is time to turn our attention to matters closer to home again on Azeroth. The Forsaken are mustering in the ruins of the Kingdom of Lordaeron. They seek to reclaim as much as they can of the Tirisfal Glades to finally put the destruction left by the Fourth War behind them. And as we know, the Fourth War was the opening cinematic of Battle for Azeroth, which you will see on my channel in future videos as I go into that content, and I'll show you the introduction of Battle for Azeroth. You actually get to see the Fourth War. And I intend to assist them in any way that I can. I also know that for the Horde, I have much to prove. Come, join me in Brill, and we can help the Forsaken together. Well, if you haven't been to Lordaeron lately, then...
In the wake of the Fourth War, the Forsaken have begun to rebuild in Tirisfal Glades. Lordaeron is a land fraught with memories and pain. I'm not certain what sort of welcome I'll receive, but I ask that you meet me there.
So yeah, in these new quest lines for patch 9.2.5, there's a lot of roleplay and a lot of voice acting, which is great. It's wonderful. And then, of course, I use the storyline add-on, which changes the quest frame, so you can actually see your character talking with the quest giver, and then the dialogue goes at the bottom of the screen. Okay, so after you've talked to Calia Menethil, you can talk to this Forsaken Dread Mage.
I am forsaken.
Hello, send me to Tirisfal Glades.
Ours is a cycle of hatred. Alliances forged and broken. We have paid the price for sharing this world. And we have forgotten what makes us strong.
Close ranks! Advance has won! Lordaeron will be ours! My king, we have her cornered.
Keep firing!
So this is going to be a special instance of Tirisfal Glades, which is being rebuilt. Here we go. So yeah, if we look at the map now, you can see that it's still that blackened char, but we now have a quest in here, and it looks like Brill has kind of been rebuilt a bit. Wow, this place looks interesting. Yeah, and here's the new Brill. Wow. And apparently there's blighted shadow mages that you can kill, and blighted soldiers that you can kill. So this is probably part of the scourge that's invading Lordaeron, because there is no more Lich King. So here we are in Brill. That building is pretty much the same as it was before, but like now there's tents here because we're rebuilding Brill. Oh, that's interesting. Nice Halloween motif with the skull and the candles. Very cool. Very cool. So here we are, and it looks like they might even be rebuilding the Zeppelin towers. So let's go inside this building here, and we'll find Calia Menethil.
The Menethil princess.
I have come to help as best I can, Commander. I stand ready to help.
All right. The people of Lordaeron have suffered greatly. I hope that I'm able to find my home here among them with the Forsaken. So why wouldn't the Forsaken welcome you? It begins with my name. I am Arthas Menethil's sister, and I was once a member of the royal house of Lordaeron. Though I was never intended to rule, and nor would I seek to. Some might see me as seeking authority where I have none, or representing the Alliance when I do not, or some hear the name Menethil and are rightly horrified by my brother's actions. But I am my own soul, and I have lost as much to the Scourge as any survivor of Lordaeron. All I wish now is to help. Okay. Call to Lordaeron. I was always fond of Brill. Much remains to be done, but it is heartening to see the progress made in rebuilding here, and we get 2.5 gold. Woohoo!
Honor the past, but embrace.
And then this is
future.
the quest: Assemble the Forsaken. It's heartening to see progress has been made in rebuilding Brill, but this is only a first step. The ruins of the capital remain inaccessible because of the Blight. And here is where I hope you will aid the cause. Restoring as much of the land as possible will require a gathering of minds all working towards a singular purpose. A number of influential figures have risen to prominence among the Forsaken. Please help bring them together so we can meet and discuss the path forward. Okay.
May you find peace within.
So we need to... Are they going to be in here? Okay, no, they're going to be outside. Okay. Or maybe they are here. This is a newish building. Exploration is kind of cool. Wow. I'm going to have to come here on my own time and just go exploring, because this is actually kind of interesting. Okay, so out here, yep, there's a quest out here for us. Alright, so here's Dark Ranger Leonardo. So you see the outfit she's wearing, and she has like the white skin and the red eyes. We're going to be able to look like that as soon as we're done with this quest line. This land is ours. The plague unleashed during the war has tainted the land and disturbed the dead. That is to say, more so than they already were. We have worked hard to rebuild, but our people cannot complete their efforts while under threat. My first duty is to ensure the safety of the Forsaken. I will meet with the others as Calia requests, but first you must help me eradicate some of these blighted. Okay, we'll do that. That's fine.
I will join the meeting, but we must ensure that the outskirts of Brill are secure.
So what we need to do is we now need to kill some blighted enemies. There are these red tagged enemies like these blighted soldiers or the blighted mages that I killed earlier. But now we have a quest to actually kill them. And we need to kill 8 of them. That was my Blighted Shadow Mage. Boo. Silly Alliance people out here taking my kills. Just need to kill 2 more. Here's 1. There's 2. I love it when Divine Storm procs again and again. It's so cool. Okay, Blighted Forces slain, 8 of 8. We're done with that. Oh, great, we can fly here. Oh, look, and here's the cemetery. Here's the new cemetery. This is everyone that died during the Fourth War.
That's where we stand. Sylvanas is gone, and our homeland remains overrun with toxic blight. What is it you ask?
This is a hard time for the Forsaken. It feels like we're always saying that, but it's true. Who are you? I'm Lillian Voss. Who I was before doesn't matter so much now, but it's taken me a while to get there. I've tried to help others who had a rough time as much as I can. Okay. And I'll try not to disappoint them. We have to make something of this world ourselves, because the world sure isn't going to give us anything. Okay, cool. Do you trust Calia? I haven't decided yet, but I've got my eye on her. Okay, well, let's meet with the other Forsaken.
I will attend this gathering. After all, someone needs to make sure Calia gets a chance to speak up for herself.
Okay, and now we need to speak with Master Apothecary Firenel, and he's going to be over here. Yep, and there's the Blight. You go into that and you'll probably die, so stay away from the Blight. And here's the Grand Apothecary. Here we go.
Do you need...
I long for the day when I and the apothecaries can return to our experiments in the Undercity. What a waste. Who are you? Master Apothecary Firenel, at your service. Well, at the service of the Forsaken, naturally. I am a patriarch of potions, artist of alchemy, maestro of mixtures. My concoctions at my laboratories are legendary. That is, when I had a real laboratory, but one thing at a time.
Yes, I will come. But first, Behold, as my creation eradicates the Blight. You may applaud at any time. No! My beautiful construct! Dash it all! How can we hope to succeed now?
Oh, well. That Blight's pretty bad stuff. Okay, let's go turn our quest in with Dark Ranger Leonardo.
Well met.
That should give our guards some breathing room, metaphorically speaking, of course. Thank you for your help, and we get 25 gold for
We
that.
will forge a new future.
And then Lillian Voss has a quest for us. Assemble the Forsaken. Looks like we're ready to get started. I don't think there have been this many Forsaken in one place since, well, Darkshore. But we are in our own lands now, and it's time we take care of our own. 12 gold for that.
There is much
Sweet.
to be done.
The Blight Congress. We, the Forsaken, have been through a lot since the destruction of Lordaeron, but we're determined to keep our home. Why should we give up what we fought so hard to carve out for ourselves? Calia is still a relative newcomer in some ways, but obviously she's known to our people. How could she not be, as the sister of Arthas himself? I hope we can move forward, and that she can really help. Her voice can be a powerful one, if she really is truly committed to the people. Listen to the Forsaken. Okay.
Guard up.
Oh, he's got to talk to her.
My blade stays sharp.
Let's begin.
Do not linger. All right. What are we going to do about the plague in the Undercity?
Don't you mean what are we going to do about her?
We should focus on the Blight. Farinell, do we have any more of your Plague Eaters?
This is my last one! And it's a puny thing. I can make more, but to be effective, they must be formulated to survive the plague!
If I may, our allies in the Shadowlands might be able to provide insight. In particular, the Plague Lords of Maldraxxus.
Interesting. Okay.
Light's blessing upon you.
What do you
Lordaeron.
propose?
Master Apothecary, what do you need to make your creation stronger?
Nothing less than a pure, undiluted sample of that plague. From deep within its reaches.
Very well. I will help acquire that sample for you.
Okay. So now we need to meet Calia Menethil outside of Brill.
That is one solution. You won't succeed.
Look at that, all that doubt on Calia. Wow. Okay, here she is outside of Brill.
We all have our duty.
I expected that my presence might cause friction, but I am grateful to Lillian for her mediation and for giving me the chance to show that I am committed to helping the Forsaken people. But now, I must prove it.
Honor the past, but
I promised that I would help,
future.
and I shall. This is the Walk of Faith quest. We need that pure sample of the plague afflicting Lordaeron, but we cannot put anyone else at risk. Come with me. I will call forth the shield of holy light to safeguard us deep into the blighted area so that we can collect the sample. This spell will require my full focus. I'll trust you to protect us from anything that might try to stop us. Are you with me? Sure.
For Lordaeron. Light's blessing upon you.
Okay, let's get that sample.
Stay close and be wary. I can't hold back the effects of the Blight for long, and we don't know what threats are lurking out there. The toxicity is overwhelming.
Yes, it is.
far enough. Hurry. Get the sample. That's it.
Okay, we got the sample.
Need to get back.
Now we go back.
The shield is starting to fail. Keep fighting. We're almost there.
Well, I'll be.
She
There
did
is
it
much to be done.
and survived.
It's like they're astonished or something. Walk of Faith. That's something you don't see every day? Yes, it's not.
Keep your
We
guard
have
up.
the Blight sample. Now to bring it to the Plague Lords of Maldraxxus.
I hope you're right about their expertise, Lady Menethil. This could give us a fighting chance to restore the city.
I'll accompany Calia along with our friend here. Farinel, we'll need to bring your last Plague Eater with us too.
Do be careful with it. Should these Plague Lords bolster its resilience, the apothecaries can replicate it many times over.
Okay, the quest from Lillian Voss is consulting our allies. I hope Calia is right about these Lords of Maldraxxus, that they know how to deal with this sort of powerful plague. We've only got one Plague Eater left, too, but Farinel says he can replicate more of them as long as they're strong enough to survive. Let's get to the Shadowlands. Okay, speak to Margrave Sindane in Maldraxxus.
Linger.
Okay, so we need to make our way to Maldraxxus, so I will meet up with you just as soon as I've arrived, and I'll see you in just a moment. Okay, so I have made it to Maldraxxus, and as you see on the map, I'm out here at the House of Rituals, and there's this big building that's up in the sky, and there's a little portal right here, so let's click on this portal, and this will take us up into this big building that's up here in the sky. I suppose you could have flown up there too, but whatever, right? And there is Margrave Sindane.
We are grateful for your aid, Margrave.
Ah, Maw Walker. I sensed you had a part to play in this. Step forward.
Consulting our allies. You carry a rather nasty example of the unchecked and unfettered ambition of a plague maker. I trust the creator of this monstrosity has already been purged. What would you ask of the houses of Maldraxxus?
For Maldraxxus.
House of Plagues. The one with the knowledge you seek is a survivor of the House of Plagues. You already know him. Plague Deviser Merileth may not be the most lucid of conversationalists, but he will know what to do with your plague. Find him near the ruins of that fallen house, but be wary. Many things lurking there could end your existence without a hint of concern. Okay.
Before I take my leave, Margrave, may I speak to you concerning the nature of undeath?
You will find no one with greater knowledge on the subject than I, mortal. Proceed.
The Forsaken were raised through necromancy, and this shared origin has provided them a sense of unity. I, however, was raised by the light. That difference has caused me to wonder if I can ever truly find a place among them.
Necromancy is the art of animating unliving flesh. Here in Maldraxxus, we use the magic of death to accomplish our craft. But whether these rituals are empowered by death, or light, or any other magic, necromancy is necromancy. You perceive a difference where there is none, child.
Then perhaps I have found my purpose. Thank you, Margrave. Your perspective has been a great help.
So roleplay in these quest lines. This is cool. I guess that's why the devs said to play with your sound on. Just a thought. Oh, we can't fly out of here. Okay, so back to the ground we go, and then we can fly down to the House of Plagues. So where do we need to be? Okay, so we need to go down here to the House of Plagues, so let's jump on our flying mount and make our way down there, and I will meet up with you just as soon as I have arrived. Okay, here we are at the House of Plagues, and you can see the question mark on the mini-map. We're right above it.
We brought this tiny plague eater. Can you make it stronger?
I always have time for my...
Hello, my favorite apprentice. Say, you look a tad wan. Are you certain you're getting enough sleep? Essence of Plague. Your little friend there looks hungry. Not to worry. I know just what to feed it. Soon it will grow big and strong and be able to eat all the plague it can. There are various concoctions nearby that will give it boltering properties, and every color is a different flavor. I will take the plague sample you brought me deeper into the House of Plagues so to see what else we can learn. Beat me there, and let your plague eater dine in style. Okay. And then Calia has a quest for us too.
Can be found in the House of Plagues. Let's get this sample of yours ready for testing.
Did he just walk into... Oh, never mind. I'd better give him some cover. Meet you farther in.
I will call upon the light to shield you from the caustic fog. Be careful.
There's so much roleplay in these quests. Okay, feed the eater. The House of Plagues has suffered calamity, much like Lordaeron. I hope that our work and effort here will reverse some of that destruction. But first, we must reach farther into the House of Plagues so we can strengthen the capabilities of Farinel's Plague Eater. Any slime or creature you slay will surely help it gain fortitude. Okay. Okay, so we need to purge the House of Plagues of these slimes and wrecky things. We're at 18% now. %34%. Let's get a plague rock down here. Okay, 52%. Excellent.
While you bolster your little friend.
I'll see what I can learn about your plague sample. Okay, I totally clicked off that talking head. I'm sorry. Whoops. Still at 52. The plague rocks give us 10%, so let's kill a few plague rocks. Okay, 62%. This plague rock should get us to 80%. Still two. Okay, so let's fly up to the top of these mushrooms until the plague rock's up there, shall we? There's another plague rock right over there, so let's go get that one and we should be done. Slime had to spawn right on top of me. Ooh. There we go. Okay. So now we need to go get the other concoction, which is up here.
My, oh my, what a pernicious little strain. Let's give it some body and study its characteristics.
Okay, now we need to absorb the tumultuous concoction, which is over here. In this green wild pit, whatever.
What? Ouch!
Divisor! Blast it! The plague sample turned on him. Hurry and get over here!
Okay. Don't get your knickers in a knot. Jeez. I'm coming.
I stand ready to help.
The Plague Eater is looking so much stronger already. I think Master Apothecary Farnell would be pleased. Okay. 25 gold for my efforts for him.
But embrace the future.
What have you created today?
Essence of Plague. Did you see that? What a fearsome plague sample you brought me. It hit me in the head and quite nearly killed your friends, apprentice. Marvelous. Embodiment. What a nasty little plague you brought me, apprentice. Must have been concocted by a true sadist. To study the sample, I gave it form, but the ungrateful thing turned on me and attacked, completely unprovoked. It's shuffled a bit further into the house. I hate to say it, but I believe this one must be put down before it's allowed to grow any stronger or larger. Look on the bright side. If your Plague Eater manages to survive, it'll be attuned to your particularly terrible form of blight. Okay.
Farewell. That plague sample you brought put up quite a fight. I'm afraid you'll have to deal with it now.
Take the Plague Eater with you. If it survives that monstrosity, we'll know we've got the right formula. I live my life in the shadows.
Okay, so we need to go over here and kill the plague monstrosity, apparently. Yeah, Lordaeron Blight. Need it to respawn so we can kill it again. Yep, there it is. Let's not stand in the blight trap. Yep. Ooh, and blight waves. Ew. Avoid them. Okay, so blight is now dead. We can turn our quest in.
What is it you ask?
Despite all the trouble that sample gave us, I think I actually have a little bit of hope now. 50 gold for our troubles, nice. Return to Brill. We've strengthened our Plague Eater, and now it looks ready to take on a much, much bigger meal. Let's get back to Farinell. He said he can replicate its properties and disperse plague eaters all across the ruins. Then maybe, just maybe, we can set foot in our home again. Here, take my Hearthstone. It'll bring you back to Brill. Okay.
Calia and I will get the Plague Eater to the apothecaries. Use my Hearthstone and meet us back in Tirisfal.
It was wonderful seeing you again, my apprentice. Do remember to visit.
Alright, let's use the Brill Hearthstone and get back to Lordaeron. Okay, here we are in the inn. We're downstairs. And our group is out here. Oh, we're at Death Watch Way Station now. Very cool.
I am forsaken.
Checking in. What's next? I long for the day when I and the apothecaries can return to our experiments in the Undercity. What a waste.
Goodbye. We have replicated and loaded my improved Plague Eaters. We are ready to deploy.
Master Apothecary, you should know that the blight sample we took to Maldraxxus took form and became aggressive.
Really? I suppose that should make it easier to kill. Ingenious! Wish I'd thought of that. Hello.
Wonderful. Not only did you manage not to lose my Plague Eater, you brought it back stronger than ever. Now, witness the genius and rapidity of my machines. There will be more than enough Plague Eaters to spread across the surface of the Undercity. And we get 2.5 gold. Woohoo.
A little of this, a little of that.
The remedy of Lordaeron. The time has come. By the light, I pray our plan works. Master Apothecary Farinell's wagons have reproduced the Plague Eater many times over, and the bats are ready to deploy them. If you see a place where our forces could spread even more of the remedy, you can signal them with a flare. Take to the skies and let's put an end to this blight. For Lordaeron, and for the Forsaken. Okay?
All our efforts have come to this. I pray our strategy works.
My forces will join you in the skies to help with any unforeseen side effects.
Okay, so we need to mount a Plague Bat, which is right here. And then it looks like we can deploy Plague in the Undercity, which is cool.
It's working! The Plague Eaters are consuming the blight!
They've eaten their fill, and now they're gathering up in the middle of the ruins?
Keep going! Whatever happens, we will be ready.
Okay, so just keep dropping the Plague Eaters around, and when you come to one of those things, just drop it right on top of them. Or maybe those are what the bombardment's for. Okay, so we're almost done. Let's bombard that.
The Plague Eaters have merged into a gigantic monstrosity! Kill it! Kill it now!
Ooh, you gotta kill an amalgam now. Oh joy.
We did it! What a fight! Meet us down in the courtyard now that the ruins are clearing.
Sweet. We did it! By working together, we've cleared the surface level of the deadly plague cloud. It will take more time to clean up the lower reaches of the Undercity, but it's a fine start. 77 gold for that. Nice. The Desolate Council. By combining our knowledge and expertise, we've restored the surface of the Undercity to the Forsaken. It was only possible by setting aside our distrust and acting for the good of our people. Now it's time to make this council official. We are no longer the same undead that followed and served Sylvanas Windrunner. From here on, we lead ourselves with the same spirit of independence and pride we've had since we reclaimed our free will. It's time for a new future with new leadership. Okay?
No more excuses. No more Banshee Queen. The Forsaken have many different points of view, and we should be led by a council, not a single ruler.
My fellow Dark Rangers and I are with you.
Are we really going to trust a Menethil on the council?
I cannot escape the shadows of my past, but I have no desire for a throne. My place is here among you, and I vow to serve all our people.
I take you at your words, Lady Menethil. And we, the apothecaries, will help shape our brighter future.
Then it's settled. We are the Desolate Council. We are the Forsaken.
Cool. Oh, let's not get a lamp.
We all have our duty.
I am greatly honored that they have accepted me as part of the new leadership of the Forsaken. I swear that I will do my best to protect and preserve the people, no matter where they come from or what form of undeath has created them. 12 gold, 87.
May you find peace within.
And then Dark Ranger Velenara has a quest for us called Path of the Dark Rangers. For years, we Dark Rangers worked as agents of the Banshee Queen. Now, under the leadership of the new Forsaken Council, we serve a greater cause, shaping our people's future. We cannot be certain what lies ahead, but I vow that the Dark Rangers will do everything in our power to defend this kingdom. Your aid was crucial in helping us cleanse the ruins of Lordaeron. Take this with our thanks. 12 gold 87. Cool. And then Lillian Voss has a quest for us. Oh, whoops.
Silvermoon shunned us. All that we knew, all that we loved, had been lost. In time, we found a place here within the ruins of Lordaeron. But after it was blighted in the war, we feared we had lost this home too. Today, we not only reclaimed our legacy, we began a new path forward. And for aiding our cause, we owe you a great debt. Together with all the Forsaken, we will build a future here. You will always be welcome among the Dark Rangers, friend. Adios,
I live my life in the shadows.
Farewell.
A walk with ghosts. Reclaiming these ruins means a lot to the Forsaken, especially since the war ended. Our people have needed something to hold on to give us a purpose in the wake of everything that's happened to us. I saw Calia walk toward the throne room. That place holds many memories for her. Many ghosts. We should check on her. Okay.
There is much to be done.
Within this hall, we shared ceremonies, celebrations, and tragedy. I loved my family, And on one fateful day, I lost them all. Now I am all that remains of the once proud Menethil line. The last heir to a legacy that ended in shame.
So you ran away from the pain. I did too. But it was only when I stopped running that I understood. Those people out there, they're my family now.
But will they ever truly accept me, bearing a name forever stained by a brother's sins? Just as these flagstones are stained by my father's blood.
We are all the same here, Calia. Seeking our place, despite everything we've lost. But it's a long road, and we will need your help.
Then, let us find our place together.
As Forsaken.
Was an interesting cutscene.
I stand ready to help.
Thank you, hero. You have helped so much. From here, I believe the Forsaken will rebuild and solidify their identity, not just as former denizens of Lordaeron, but as their own people, a people I am proud to be one of. 2 gold 57.
Honor the past.
And we get an achievement, Return to Lordaeron. And this achievement, Complete the Return to Lordaeron storyline, rewards of Lordaeron title, the Dark Ranger elf customization. So, very cool, right? So if I go to my titles now, I should have of Lordaeron down here in all my ofs. Yep, there it is. Sandris of Lordaeron, there we go. Perfect. Now let's go look at some of these Dark Ranger customizations. And let's see. Is the Orb of Translocation still here? It is. Okay, so here we are in the Pathfinder's Den, and the barber shop is actually right up here in this building, right there on the 2nd level. So let's go over to the barber shop and I'll show you the customizations for the Dark Rangers. Again, these customizations are only for Blood Elves, Void Elves, and Night Elves. So the Sindorai, the Kaldorai, and the Rendorai. So here we are at the barbershop. Let's take a seat. So this is my paladin, and actually I don't normally use number 4. I usually like 9 or one of these down here. But if you come down here to number 15, which is brand new, you can get white skin and red eyes. Likewise, if you choose red eye color, then you get that skin. If you choose any other color, you get regular skin. But if you choose the red eyes, then you get the Dark Ranger color. And then if you... Yeah, so you can't have red eyes with normal skin, and you can't have white skin with normal eyes. So you can change your skin color, you can change your eye color, but this is the Dark Ranger customizations. You can look really, really, really cool. But I'm a Blood Elf, and technically I'm a High Elf. Where's the blue that I like? I think it's that one. Yeah, there we go. So... But there we are. Those are the Dark Ranger customizations. What's new about it? I think that's... Yeah, they're just saying that it's new until we actually exit. So... Yeah, so I changed my skin color, so we're just going to accept that. There we go. But yeah, those are the customization options for the Dark Ranger. You can have red eyes, white skin. You can't have one without the other. So if you change your skin to white, you get red eyes. If you change your eyes to red, you get white skin. So there you have it. We got the of Lordaeron title. We got the Dark Ranger customizations. And then if you are on a hunter, let me get on my hunter. Let me just log out of this character. Let me get on my hunter. And I think we also get a Transmog set too to look like a Dark Ranger. Let me just log in on my hunter and see if I also get that set, because the of Lordaeron title, that was a account-wide achievement because it was listed in blue. Okay, so here we are on my hunter. Let's press Shift P, open up the collection, and go to sets. Oh yeah, Dark Ranger's attire. Right up here from the vendor. Okay, so in order to get this, we need to go to our order hall. So we're in New Dalaran on the Broken Isles. And if you come over here and you talk to this eagle, or is it Eagle Keeper Talua, and take an eagle to True Shot Lodge, we can go right to our order hall in High Mountain. Okay, so here we are at True Shot Lodge. Let's see if we can... So who do we purchase the armor from? Is it the Quartermaster? Is it this guy?
Greymane will lead us to victory. We must face our fears.
Who do we get? I thought we got it from him. I hope I don't have to... I hope I don't have to do that questline again on my hunter.
Baladash, Malanore. The reckoning is at hand.
Okay, so I thought you got it from him once you did the questline. Unless you have to do the questline on a hunter, and then you can access it. But
from the blood of our enemies.
Yeah, there's supposed to be... Let me quickly do this questline on my hunter, and I'll be back with you, and we'll see if that's what it takes. So, just a moment. Okay, so what I had to do is I had to do the questline again, this time on a hunter, in order to get the look. So if you do this questline, be sure to do it on a hunter, because not only will you get the customizations for the Dark Rangers, but when you come and talk to Outfitter Reynolds in True Shot Lodge, he will then have the ensemble for Dark Rangers attire for 1,000 gold. So bring 1,000 gold with you and purchase the ensemble Dark Rangers attire.
Keep your enemies in your sight.
And then just click on it and you'll get all of it. So now if we look at our collections with Shift P, you'll see that I have the Dark Rangers attire, and if I wanted to transmog into that, I could, but that's what it looks like. And I now have the Dark Rangers attire as well as the Dark Ranger look, so if I wanted to make my skin white with red eyes and actually put that armor on, I could, and I could be a Dark Ranger. So that is another quest line with new things to enjoy in patch 9.2.5. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give me a thumbs up, rate me a like, and if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you always know when new content comes out. Also, please tell your friends about me so they can come and they can enjoy these videos and enjoy the adventures just as much as you do. Finally, and most importantly of all, please remember this. World of Warcraft is just a game, and games are meant to be fun, and you're supposed to have fun while playing them, so if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. Meet me back here next time And I will show you another new quest line that's part of patch 925. I saw it in Oribos, and I look forward to bringing you that adventure. It starts off with Tyrande's Owl. I'll show you where that is, and I'll show you the new quest line up in Oribos in the next video for patch 925. I look forward to bringing you that adventure, and I hope you'll join me for my next video. But until then, I'm Z, signing off.